Andrew S. here, and today I want to talk to you guys about the latest release from Perpetual Night called Aconitum. Now this album has a concept I absolutely love it, and the lyrics, and it really went hand in hand with the music and vice versa, and you're going to get that right off the bat in the title track, Aconitum. Now this has this brief, alluring intro turned bombastic assault, absolutely vicious attack from the piercing lead, blitzing drums, and some wicked harsh vocals, and then another hook sort of breaks the plane as we're moving along with a great lead hook in the chorus. And I thought the mixture of tempos really heightened the vocals and guitars and all these nuances throughout, and these nuances really kept Aconitum building towards that climax. It is absolutely fantastic. So you're going to get a lot right off the bat from Aconitum: an atmosphere, hooks, great vocals, lyrics, all these subtle chords and drum fills that really elevate the song. So right off the bat, Perpetual Night sets the tone in this, and you're going to really get that. It's going to pick up, I think, a little bit more in this next one that has killer lead work that lays the foundation in Rotten Bond. This has many little sequences or hooks that are raise Rotten Bond's stock with great guitar work throughout, sweet little drum tricks, drops of very atmospheric backdrop here at times that really boosted the dynamics of this track and really gave a nice contrast against the wicked harsh vocals. I really felt like this backdrop, this atmospheric one, had a bit more of like a tranquil tone, whereas the harsh vocals, of course, are going to be more intense. So they really had this nice balance, and then you had the guitars and drums picking up, right down the middle there, holding the center line perfectly. And I really enjoyed the waves of explosivity in this track. So you had this nice sort of movement to this song, this nice sort of layout on Rotten Bond. So that right off the bat, we're getting hit, full throttle, but also this nice sort of tone to the album as well. And it really picks up even more, and probably what is going to be my favorite track that I highly recommend, Antimatter. This has this wonderfully seductive hook. Immediately you got this pulse pounding verse that brings waves of angry intensity. I love the ascension of energy and melody that are rising for the immense chorus that is all building up, which is a blend of, I feel, aggressiveness and magnificence, all tied into one. And I think it's wonderful that throughout Antimatter, the main hook is actually, it felt like it was teased a few times it was going to come around, and then it doesn't. So I really thought that teasing made you sort of plead for its return, and sort of made that return when that lead hook, when that chorus came back, that main sweet spot of this song, it actually impacted you more dramatically. I thought that was absolutely fantastic. I just love the volume and the diverse effect of the melody that it had on the melody and the vocals as well. They really boost each other, and this song, just like I said, has some spectacular lyrics as well. I love Antimatter, and I highly recommend you check that one out in the description below. Then we move on to a song that I felt has some nice, great traditional backdrop as a focal point within it, and I thought that was really nice. That really changed up or split up the album a little bit, added some separation in this track. Let's hope I pronounce this right. Hairboss Amargus. And I felt the traditional vocals really created this aspect that went hand in hand with the music, which had quite a blackened tone. I really felt those two things went hand in hand nicely. And this element gave some separation from the intense moments of the song. So you had a couple of different things to really absorb and listen to. And speaking of intensity, I love how dark the rhythms felt. They were really ballsy, bottom end, very blackened rhythms. That's probably where I got that blackened tone from. I really felt the tempo also sort of elevated the guitars in that tone as well. Just a lot of uniqueness within Hairboss Amargus, sort of showing the dynamics and the creativity and the musicianship and composing of Perpetual Night. So we got these nice 4 tracks really doing a lot to really convey to the listener and bring a lot of these lyrics and this story to life. And I think Perpetual Night did a fantastic job of that. Now I want to jump to the end of the album. It's nothing to do with the other 3 songs. I don't like to spoil the album too much, but I really want to jump to the end of the album because I really felt like this is sort of the capstone of the album. Great closing track, very poetic, is Dry Land. This harnesses some very impressive atmosphere with a melancholic tone, methodical pacing, hypnotic swaying to the rhythms and drums that really play flawlessly into the mesmerizing lead hook in this one. The atmospheres I felt had this nice bleakness and rage that gave a nice wonderful contrast to the rest of this song, and I really attribute that to the harsh and clean vocals within this. Some of my, actually I'd say these are my favorite lyrics. These ones really stood out, and I think it's because they're my favorite because they really shined in this song a lot. Maybe because of the dynamic between the harsh and clean vocals, but I really felt they shined and added to Dryland's mood and really elevated that atmosphere to this track. And I really felt like they were really poetic and stood out, and like I said, has really added to Dryland and just created this really sort of capstone moment at the end of the album for Aconitum. And I feel like this whole album is a nice cohesive mixture. You got a lot of different elements: harsh, clean vocals, aggressive moments, very atmospheric, tranquil pieces. You got the traditional elements. Throughout this, you got all kinds of different elements within Aconitum. I think it's quite a fantastic album, quite impressive, and it's already up on my top 10 list easily of albums of 2020. So hope you guys check out Perpetual Nights, Aconitum. All the links will be in the description below, and I hope you guys stay tuned for more metal content and check out Antimatter. Really awesome song. So I hope you guys check out more metal content and stay tuned for next time. Until next time, how about some heavy listening?